Hello, everyone out there. We would like to welcome you to the Michigan High School Hockey All-State Banquet, the virtual edition. My name is David Mitchell, and I am a member of the Michigan High School Hockey Association Coaches Board. And this is a little bit different this year. We understand and we are in unprecedented times. So therefore, we thought of which way could we possibly do our best to honor all of those high school hockey players, student athletes, coaches, friends, all the different members that make this game of ours so great. So we are going to present tonight a virtual banquet. We're going to do our best to honor those people tonight with our all-state teams, with our dream team. And then, of course, we will culminate the end of this with, as always, in the all-state banquet with the naming of Mr. Hockey. Before we get started tonight, on a personal note, I would like to just thank everybody in Michigan high school hockey all around the state that have reached out to me personally with their thoughts and well wishes concerning the recent passing of my father, Adam Mitchell, who was a very big advocate of high school hockey. He wanted the best for high school hockey, for its players, for its coaches, for the game of high school hockey. And I know that I can't thank you enough for those well wishes, those thoughts. And I know that we will all be advocates for this game of high school hockey moving forward like he was. So thank you for that. And now moving on, like I said, this is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do our best, so kind of bear with us tonight. But this is going to be a virtual, or attempt at a virtual banquet. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it on now to Jeff Fleming, who is going to get us started this evening.
Hi, good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff Fleming. I'm the outgoing president of the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. I just want to thank everybody for the last 8 years of holding a position on the board and moving up through the different steps. And it's been a privilege to be involved with high school hockey at this level. I've had the opportunity to see and be around the last 8 years of the award winners, and it's my honor to have served on this board. So I'd like to introduce you to the board members now. We have our first vice president, Bob Hall from Utica Eisenhower. Our second vice president from Livonia Stevenson, David Mitchell. Our treasurer from Wyandotte Roosevelt, Mike Quint. Our executive director, Don Wright. And our new president is Mark Vellucci from Novi High School. So I wish all of you guys the best of luck, and I'm sure that you guys will keep driving this train forward. So again, I appreciate everything over the years, fellas. Next, I'm going to talk about one of the a great award that we take a lot of pride in, the All-State Academic Individual and Team Awards. We this year had 79 teams qualify with a 3.0 or higher cumulative GPA for their team for this school year. And even more impressive, we had 276 seniors that earned All-State Academic by having a 3.5 or higher GPA for 7 consecutive semesters. So I want to commend every one of you out there. We're student athletes first, and this is a very proud award that we give out, and I'm sure it's a very proud award that your parents and family and coaches share with you. Usually at this time, we would have everybody stand up and get in a big long line, and we would have everybody announce themselves and what their GPA is. We are not going to do that tonight, and we are going to post on the Michigan High School Hockey Hub all of the recipients here. As you can see on the screen, you can click right on the link there, and you can pull up the teams or the individual players. Again, we're adjusting everything kind of on the fly this year as far as this banquet goes, but we really want to make sure that all the kids are are recognized for their accomplishments. So again, congratulations to all the kids and all the teams, parents and coaches. And with that, we're going to talk about the Red Wing scholarships, and we're going to go over to Bob Hall from Utica Eisenhower.
Thanks, Jeff. The first item I'd like to discuss this evening are the Red Wing scholarships. Players and parents, just so you are aware, you should have received an email already from your coaches with the information for the Jimmy Devellano and the Henrik Zetterberg scholarships. The Jimmy Devellano and the Henrik Zetterberg scholarships are still accepting applications. Just make sure that your players are aware of this, please. If they're interested in applying for the scholarships, you need to have your forms completed and submitted by April 20th. All applications need to be submitted to John Castine. The information is in the email. And please follow the directions you receive in the email regarding these two scholarships. If you are still interested, there is still time, so please consider applying for these two scholarships. Now I'm going to hand the microphone off to Don Wright, who is going to introduce Ron Baum and the Perseverance Award winner.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight I want to introduce Ron Baum. Ron was a longtime head coach at East Kentwood High School. He's one of our original Hall of Fame members, and he's done since his retirement and even a little bit before. He has been chairing our committee on the Perseverance Awards, so I'd like Ron to present this year's award winners. Ron?
Good day. Since the 2002-2003 high school hockey season, our Perseverance Award has been given annually to recognize a high school hockey player who has exhibited courage and determination while overcoming personal adversity and has continued to support his team, his school, and our sport. Since its inception, 28 athletes and one team have received this honor, and almost $16,000 in college scholarships have been awarded. Of all the many awards that we give out each year for the high school hockey season, I count this as one of the most highest honors because of the individual character and determination it entails to earn it, and the valuable life lessons it should teach all of us. Don't quit in the face of adversity. This year, the High School Hockey Coaches Association is recognizing not one, but two worthy recipients. I'm proud to officially announce Mr. David Brace of Plymouth High School as one of our winners. David is being recognized because of his incredible courage and perseverance through dealing with his mom's cancer fight and subsequent passing. Through the many months, he continued to support his mom and his dad and still made time and energy to give back to his teammates in school. Congratulations to David for showing his teammates and coaching staff how to handle adversity with a positive attitude and courage. Our second winner of the 2019-2020 Perseverance Award goes to Mr. Tyler Andre Stelter of Wyandotte Roosevelt High School. Tyler has also been an amazing inspiration to his teammates and coaches through battling a series of serious physical injuries and surgery, only to come back and play in his senior year again through mechanical support and pain. Congratulations to Tyler for showing all of us to never give up on your dreams or your goals and keep a positive attitude and persevere through difficult times. I wish both of these outstanding young men and athletes the best of success as they move on in their life. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Ron. This is the one point in tonight's presentation where, as a board, we want to take a minute and applaud these two young men. Each year when Ron gives these announcements, and as you hear what these young men go through to be able to play, it's unbelievable and would be a challenge for anyone. So, as I said, this is the one time we're going to take a minute and applaud tonight. So great job to both of them.
Congratulations, man.
Great job. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Ron.
Hello, my name is.
Hi. Hi, everyone. Tonight is, we have kind of a special edition, which we're really happy about. Each year at this time in the All-State Banquet, we have been announcing the Ryan Fisher Legacy Scholarship winner, and we're fortunate enough tonight to be able to have Ryan's father, Scott, on to present and to announce who that winner is. So, Scott, if you would like to take over, that'd be great.
All right, thank you. Hello, everybody. My name is Scott Fisher, and I am the president of the Ryan Fisher Legacy Scholarship. And I'm here to present the scholarship winner for the 2019-2020 season. Just a quick background: the purpose of the scholarship is to remember and honor the life of Ryan and all he stood for: his faith in God, his passion for his country, unconditional of all others, and his zeal to live life to the fullest. It's to encourage and challenge all Michigan varsity players to live a life that represents the integrity, character, and sportsmanship that Ryan displayed in all facets of his life. Recognize one varsity hockey player in Michigan who best displays those characteristics of Ryan's life. And finally, it's to establish and promote a standard for all amateur athletes in the state of Michigan. So here, the scholarship value is $3,500. And we are proud to announce that the recipient of this year's award is Ryan Andres from Forest Hills Eastern High School here on the west side of the state. Just a few quick words about Ryan. Currently has a cumulative GPA of 4.1 and is a 2-year member of the National Honor Society. He's earned 5 varsity letters, 3 in hockey, 2 in golf, and he is currently the, this past season he was the captain of his hockey team. He's also been a walk-on honorable mention last season. Ryan has an outstanding record of community service and service to school. For the past few years, he's been volunteering at the University of Michigan Metro Health Hospital. He is serving senior citizens in the Meals on Wheels program. He's volunteered at his local community center in the Child Development Program. He's assisted in respite care for families with handicapped and disabled children. He also taught Vacation Bible School at his church, just to name a few. He is extremely patriotic and demonstrates overwhelming respect and appreciation for the veterans. Ryan plans to attend college this fall, where he plans to study pre-med. So congratulations, Ryan. We are extremely proud to present the award to you, and you're an exceptional young man, and we are really looking forward to you as soon as we are able to.
Thanks, Scott, for presenting that award, and congratulations to the recipient of that award. It's a great honor. Now, next, we're going to go with the Friends of High School Hockey, and I've been asked to speak on the first of 3 recipients. The first one is John Castine. We decided to honor John for his years of service involved with Michigan high school hockey. He has been running the All-State Banquet for 17 years. This would have been our 18th year. Unfortunately, I had to cancel it due to the virus, but we wanted to acknowledge John for all his efforts and his work that he's done for high school hockey over the years. And the board thanks John for all of his efforts, and a huge debt of gratitude for what he's done for high school hockey. So congratulations, John. And for the next 2 recipients, I'm going to hand it over to Dave Mitchell.
Thank you, Mark. And every year we do this Friends of High School Hockey. We are so honored to be able to go ahead and honor these individuals that have been so instrumental in promoting the game. So congratulations to John. And then the next recipient is Ed Revez. Ed, if you are familiar with the Downriver Hockey, you probably know who Ed is. He is one that he used to work for the federal government and then became very instrumental as the secretary and the treasurer of the Michigan Metro League. And now he runs the clock for a number of high school hockey games. If you're down at the Trenton Showcase and the MIHL Showcase, you see Ed working there. Just a great guy, very instrumental in giving back and promoter of Michigan high school hockey. So we feel very honored this evening to honor him, Ed Revez, as a recipient of the Friends of High School Hockey Award. And then for our third recipient of this year's Friends of High School Hockey Award, it is somebody I know pretty well. It's Craig Peterson. Craig, many of you know Craig now for the writing that he does, and he's out there and really promoting high school hockey. But you may not know that Craig is a former high school hockey player himself, having played up in the DeWitt-St. John area. He played high school hockey up there. Then he became involved in coaching of high school hockey. He was on our staff at Livonia Stevenson for a few years. And then his job took him elsewhere. So instead of getting out of high school hockey, he decided to continue to give back in the world of high school hockey, as you've seen with his promotion and his articles and what he does and how he does it. He watches high school hockey. He's a true high school hockey fan, and has turned that fan, being a fan, into an advocate. All of us here at the board and around the state, as many of you know, have had many of discussion either in person or online through social media or through emails with Craig, and to talk about how we can all make high school hockey better in Michigan. He's a true advocate for the game and somebody that we know is going to continue to build high school hockey moving forward. So congratulations. It's our honor really to recognize Craig, as it is our honor to recognize Ed and John as well. Without people like this, without these friends of high school hockey, we couldn't do what we do. These are guys that and people that really promote our game, a game that is growing, and it is growing and evolving because of people like this. So congratulations to these honorees this evening.
The next individuals we are going to honor this evening are the Assistant Coach of the Year award winners. I will be introducing the Division I Assistant Coach of the Year for this year. The Division I Assistant Coach of the Year was AJ Liberacki of Dearborn Unified. Head coach Brian Dallas of Dearborn Unified describes AJ as a totally invested in the high school hockey scene, not only from a team standpoint, but also in terms of learning the game, social media in a positive way, rules meetings, going to showcases, etc. AJ has developed a real rapport with the players with this efforts as a coach and as a mentor. He is a key part of our success as a program. Congratulations to AJ, the Division I Assistant Coach of the Year award winner. Next up is Dave Mitchell to announce the Division II Assistant Coach of the Year award winner.
Thank you, Bob. I do have the pleasure of announcing that this year's Division II Assistant Coach of the Year is Kyle Zagata. Kyle Zagata hails from Livonia Stevenson, who he's been there 12 years. And I think many of you know, I don't think it's just for the job Kyle does at Livonia Stevenson, but for the job that Kyle Zagata does promoting all of high school hockey. He's a tireless worker among the staff at Livonia Stevenson. He's present at all the different events around high school hockey. He's very engaged with the kids at Livonia Stevenson, and he is one that is a direct result of Livonia Stevenson's success is because of Kyle Zagata. So congratulations to Kyle Zagata, the Division II Assistant Coach of the Year. And now for the Division III Assistant Coach of the Year, we'll go to Jeff Fleming.
Hi, and I'd like to announce that the Division III Assistant Coach of the Year is Pat Ronayne from Cranbrook. Pat's been involved with the Cranbrook program for 28 years. And involved in forming the MIHL Hockey League. He takes care of all of the stuff behind the scenes to make sure that his head coaches look really good in and around the rinks and the way their program runs. So Pat's a great guy. I'm glad to call him a friend of mine. And congratulations, Pat. Couldn't be happier for you.
Hello, now it's time for me to announce the Division I Coach of the Year. And this was voted on by all the coaches in the association. And the Division I Coach of the Year is from Saginaw Heritage, JJ Bamberger. And I want to congratulate JJ on a fine season. His team is one of the teams that were headed to the Final Four at USA. And I just want to congratulate him not only on that, for having an outstanding regular season. So congratulations to JJ. I also will announce the Division II Coach of the Year, and that is my fellow board member from Livonia Stevenson, Dave Mitchell. I want to congratulate Dave on an outstanding regular season. Great job overall with his team. Probably one of the top teams in the state this year, and I want to congratulate him on a very successful season, and congratulations to him and his team. And for the Division III coach, I will send it to Mr. Jeff Fleming.
Thanks, Mark. The Division III Coach of the Year, very good friend of mine. It's great to have him back in high school hockey from Grosse Pointe South, Paul Moretz. Paul really did a great job in getting Grosse Pointe South back on track this year, and really is going to do some great things there. And I'm happy to have him back in high school hockey and get to compete against them. So congratulations to everybody, to JJ, Dave, and Paul. Congrats, boys. And next up is Don Wright. He's going to announce the Hall of Fame award winners. Thanks, Don.
Okay, thanks, Jeff. It's a great honor again this year to announce our class of 2020 Hall of Fame members. This year we're inducting 2 new coaches into the Hall of Fame. This will mark our 28th and 29th members into the Hall of Fame. And it is clearly such a great honor to reward them for outstanding careers. And getting into the Hall of Fame is not just about length of time or wins and losses. It's about the complete package. These coaches have certainly spent an entire career in high school hockey. Their programs are considered outstanding programs. They play with class. They give back to the community. They work well with their student athletes and really exemplify everything about high school sports. And so this year's 2 new inductees. The first one is Corey Markham from Houghton High School. Corey's been the coach there for 21 seasons. His record at Houghton is 342 wins, 198 losses, and 21 ties. Over that time period, he has won 8 conference titles. His team has won 7 regional championships. They've reached the Final Four 4 times, 3 of those times getting to the final game where they ended up as the state runner-up. His team achieved in the classroom as well, achieving academic all-state as a team 13 times. And then from a giving back with his team and whatnot, they're actively involved helping with youth hockey in the Houghton area. And most recently, a couple of years ago, when there was the major flood in the Houghton area, his team was very instrumental in helping the community with all of that cleanup and in dealing with that terrible flood that occurred in that area. So we want to recognize Corey, and he's an outstanding addition to our Hall of Fame. The second member this year going in is Rick Bennett of UD Jesuit. Rick has been the coach at UD Jesuit for 25 seasons. During that time period, his record is 329 wins, 284 losses, and 40 ties. He's won their league championship 1 time. He's won division championships twice. 7 times their team has won the regional championship, and 5 times reaching the Final Four. From an academic standpoint, Rick is basically perfect. His teams have reached academic all-state status 25 straight seasons, which should tell you a lot about Rick and being just a great coach of student athletes. As far as givebacks to the community, his team, if you've ever been over on 8 Mile, you will see that his team deals with cleanup on 8 Mile, taking the mile there to keep that area clean. His team deals in tutoring students, not just from U of D, but from other schools. And so again, Rick has been very focused on all aspects of student athlete, not just playing the game great and running a good program, but giving back. So again, I want to welcome both of these to our Hall of Fame, and it's just great additions for us for the members of the Hall of Fame. So again, congratulations, Corey, and congratulations, Rick. Thanks very much. Okay, I want to switch topics a little bit, and while we have a second to just talk about high school hockey this past season and kind of the state of our game. We really, the first thing I want to mention is the state finals, which, as we all know, were unfortunately canceled right at the last minute. And I want to just recognize the 12 teams that reached it. It's such a pinnacle in high school to get to the Final Four, and this was going to be an exciting Final Four. We had some teams that are regulars there. We had some that hadn't been there in a few years, and then we had a couple of new teams. So we were really excited about our finals and how exciting that was going to be at USA. This was also the first year where all the teams had a complete week to get ready for the Final Four, so we expected crowds to be big. And again, it was all of us were really looking forward to it. So I want to recognize those 12 teams, and certainly it's disappointing that they weren't able to play in that, but it's a great honor for them to even get there because, as we all know, it's a very difficult task to make it to the Final Four. So I'd like to congratulate those teams. The other thing I'd like to just mention, we're talking about high school hockey and the excitement of high school hockey and why to play high school hockey. And this year there were a number of things that occurred that we as a board and coaches around the state participated in. We had the first time High School Hockey Day in Michigan was back in December and will become an annual event, just really creating excitement in the early part of the season about high school hockey. This year was the second year for state champs to be doing a podcast. And in the podcast a year ago, we actually were the most popular podcast of high school sports. And we were excited a year ago because we were getting about 40,000 views a week. But this year surpassed it dramatically. We averaged for the season just about 250,000 views a week for people watching the podcast on high school hockey. In the 2 weeks of our two different showcases, we had over 400,000 views. So it's pretty exciting about high school hockey and the amount of focus and attention to our teams in high school hockey. And also with our high school hockey hub, we were averaging about 40,000 hits a week, going to the hub, checking on scores. So overall, it's been a really exciting year for high school hockey. And something we look forward to continuing into the future. So now I'd like to pass it over to Mark Vellucci, who's going to be our new president this year. So Mark.
Thanks, Don. I just want to take a few moments to mention that I want everyone to realize that it's going to be a huge honor for me to be the president of the Coach Association. I can't wait to get started in that role. I want to thank Jeff Fleming for doing a great job the last 2 years, the last 8 years, especially the last 2 years as president. And, I just want everyone to realize that it's a huge honor for me to do this, and I'm going to be going in at full blast. The other board members here I have a great relationship with. Just want everyone to understand that we are in this for you guys. We're volunteering our time, and all our efforts are for what's for the betterment of high school hockey in Michigan. And, if anyone has any questions on the upcoming summer or upcoming clinics or anything that has to do with high school hockey, reach out to me, reach out to anyone on the board. And I just want to let you all know that I'm real excited for the next 2 years. Thank you. All right, next we're going to go to Bob Hall, who's going to talk about all-state players.
Thanks, Mark. I'd like to recognize and congratulate all of the all-state players who were nominated and selected this year. The players were selected by the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association. Usually at this point in the program, if we were at the banquet, we would actually read all the names and bring all the players up to the stage and honor them and hand them their certificates and medals. Unfortunately, this year we are not able to do that. Instead, you will find a list of the All-State players, all of the All-State players listed on the Michigan High School Hockey Hub. As you can see here, we have the players listed, first team, second team, and honorable mention for each division, Division I, Division II, and Division III on the hub. And you can find that information there if you are interested in looking for that. Congratulations to all the players and the award winners, and congratulations to all of the 2020 award winners for this year. Next up is Dave Mitchell with the Dream Team and Mr. Hockey nominees.
Thank you there, Bob. As he mentioned, now those were the all-state players, first, second team, and honorable mention, and congratulations to all those. And as the voting goes through, then the Michigan High School Hockey Coach Association members then select from that group, they select our dream team. And our dream team has 6 players on that as voted on by the coaches. And those members of the dream team then will be the candidates for Mr. Hockey. And to go through those 6 members of the dream team who have been announced, but we'd like to go over them again and also share that they are this year's Mr. Hockey candidate. We are going to go through them, and Coach Mark Vellucci is going to announce them.
Thanks, Dave. Our first nominee is from a goalie from Trenton, Michigan, Joey Cormier. Our next one is defenseman Nick Justice from Livonia Stevenson. Our third nominee is defenseman from Howell, Dominic Rossi. Our first forward is from Livonia Stevenson, Seth Laus. Next forward is forward from Calumet, Scott Lokish. And our last nominee is forward from Saginaw Heritage, Brady Rapopum. And these are 6 nominees for Mr. Hockey. And to announce Mr. Hockey, I'm going to pass it over to Jeff Fleming.
Thanks, Mark. And it's an honor to, I guess, call this my last duty as president of the Coaches Association, to honor a fine young man with the Mr. Hockey Award. And this year's award winner from Saginaw Heritage is Brady Rapopum. Congratulations, Brady, on a great high school career and a great season, and the Michigan High School Hockey Coaches Association Mr. Hockey Award. Congratulations.
Thank you there, Coach Fleming. And with that, congratulations tonight to Brady, as he mentioned, and all of our award winners. Not only the board, but the High School Hockey Coaches Association felt that in this unique, unprecedented times, we just felt that we wanted to do something to honor this year's award recipients, honor the people that make this game of Michigan high school hockey just so good, and it's so evolving and growing like crazy. We just wanted to say thank you, and especially to those seniors who have had this final year kind of changed in a very unique way. We just wanted to do our part in honoring those recipients of all those awards this year. So for all of my colleagues here, for all the coaches across this great state of Michigan and this game of Michigan high school hockey, which we all love, we'd like to thank you all for watching tonight, and we hope to see you back at the rinks next year, all enjoying the game we love. With that, we'd like to say stay safe and stay connected, and thank you again for watching.